guys, my name is Megan and today I've got my May wrap up for you. So May actually went pretty well reading wise, I guess. So I've read 6 books this month, which is pretty awesome, and I might be able to squeeze an extra one in at the very end of the month. Anyway, let's dive into what I read this month. So the first book that I read this month was Lost Sun. So this one, I didn't really connect with this one a whole lot. There was just something about it that just was not feeling. So I think I got through 30 or 40 pages before I DNF'd it. So the next book that I read was Every Heart a Doorway. This was probably one of my favorite books that I've read this month. It was so good, and I really liked that it was just like a short little novella, and it was just filled with all the things that I want from Shanna Maguire's work. She's one of my favorite authors, and this is just like pure gold for me. And it may be tiny, but it packs a hell of a punch. It's such good storytelling. This one got a 5 out of 5 stars for me. It was so good, and I highly recommend it. I know people are, hit or miss with this series, but it's so good. So the next book that I finished this month was Blood of Olympus. This was such a good book, and I'm so glad that I finally finished off the Heroes of Olympus series. It was so good, and I really liked how dark this book got. I do have a full book review for this book coming up in June, so keep an eye out for that. This one also got a solid 5 out of 5 stars. This was so good, and I'm a little sad that it's the last book in the Heroes of Olympus series, so I'm gonna miss these characters a lot. So the graphic novel I read this month was Taproot. This was such a cool book. I really enjoyed the art style, and I loved the story about this ghost, and he ends up kind of falling in love with this gardener who can see ghosts, and there's problems with the afterlife, and there's some necromancy in there, and it's just such a great story, and I love the storytelling. This one, I think the only thing that I found detrimental to this book was that it didn't really have like set chapters, and it didn't really have dividers between certain sections, and I kind of missed that a little bit, and I wish it had a little bit more of that. But other than that, this book was so good. This got a 4 out of 5 stars. So the next book that I finished was Howl's Moving Castle. This book was so fantastic and whimsical. I loved it to pieces, and it is very different compared to the movie, which I knew going in, but I wasn't really prepared for like how different. But it was really good, and I love Sophie, and I love Hal is like the biggest drama queen on the planet, and I still love him to pieces. And Calcifer, of course, is fantastic no matter what. This book got a 4 out of 5 stars as well. It's one of those books that puts a smile on your face with how whimsical and like kind of absurd it is. It was just so good. And then the book that I'm currently reading as of the filming of this video is Ghost Market. This is book 6 in the Lana Harvey Reapers Inc. series, and I'm loving it so far. It's got all the sass that I wanted. It's got all of the like drama that I want. It's got like cool underworld politics going on. It's just so good. And so far, I think I've got about 100 pages left, and so far I'm leaning to about a 4.5 out of 5 stars for it, and it's just so good. All right, so that is everything that I read in May. I think my favorite book that I read this month was Every Heart a Doorway. It was just so good, and everything that I needed. What did you guys read this month? What was your favorite book? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the notification button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys.